Imagine a bird that's trying to fly, but it has weight clipped to its wings or its body. That bird is gonna struggle. That bird is gonna fight and fight and fight and will not be able to fly. It's gonna struggle and struggle and struggle until it gets tired, and then it will eventually tumble over. Some of us are this bird. We find ourselves in positions where we feel tied down by a lot of things. Okay, it could be one thing, it could be multiple things, right? But we find ourselves tied down by something that is keeping us to a lower timeline. In this video, we're discussing releasing the things that are tethering you to a lower timeline. Before we get into it, I'd like to take a moment to say hello and welcome to everyone. If you're new here, I go by the name Inspire Seeker, and on this channel, we discuss spirituality, personal development, and narcissism. So if any of that appeals to you, or if you feel called to, then by all means join us, and I promise you will not regret that decision. Pardon my voice, I have not broke my fast yet today, so my voice is a little squeaky right now. So pardon that and focus on the message. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into it, okay? Imagine trying to fly when you have weights tied to your ankles, when you have weights tied to your wings, okay? It's only so far you'll be able to fly to, right? That's if you manage to even take off, all right? Chances are every time you take off, you're gonna fall back down. And that's if you manage to take off, all right? Now, some of us are living with things that are keeping us on a lower timeline. We know what our capabilities are, but for one reason or another, we find ourselves stuck in situations where we feel like we're not able to expand. We feel like we want to expand, but we just being held down by something. Right now, this could be anything, right? This could be a job. This could be a location where you live, a neighborhood. This could be family members. This could be friends. This could be bad habits, toxic, self-destructive habits. This could be self-doubt. This could be lack of motivation, lack of drive. This could be a myriad of things, all right? But the bottom line is a lot of us find ourselves in positions where we want to take the leap. We want to make the jump, but we are afraid, or we have something that's holding us back. And this could be, like I said, self-doubt, right? We get stuck on overanalyzing and analyzing, and then we get caught up in analysis paralysis, and we end up not taking the action, right? One thing I want to make you aware of is when you are ready to make the jump, when you are ready to expand, when you are ready to take the next step, one of the things you will encounter is, as I said, self-doubt and fear also, okay? And this is mainly out of the ego, okay? The ego is comfortable with where you are right now. The ego is comfortable with the way things are right now. And so any change, any sudden change is going to trigger the ego to go into fear, okay? And so to combat that, to counter that, the ego is going to come up with all the reasons why you shouldn't do what it is that you set out to do. The ego is going to give you all the reasons why you shouldn't do what it is that you want to do, okay? And one of these, as I said, is self-doubt. Another one is fear. Another one is being in your comfort zone. Another one is being with friends that you're afraid to leave behind. Another one is family members that you're afraid to leave behind. Another one is toxic habits, self-destructive habits. Guys, these things are tethering you to a lower timeline. Okay, you know what your timeline is. You find yourselves telling yourself, only if I could do this, only if I can let go of that, only if I could get away from this, only if I can forget about this, I'll be able to move forward, right? The truth of the matter is, you are holding yourself back. Okay, whatever you think it is that's holding you back, the truth is you are holding yourself back because you are given whatever that situation is or whatever that circumstance is, you are given that power to rule over you essentially. Okay, so let's take a family members for instance. Okay, your ego is gonna tell you all of the reasons why you shouldn't leave family behind. Okay, although you know you're stuck in a toxic, narcissistic family system, and you know that being there is not bringing out the best of you, right? Being there is actually keeping you smaller than you are. You are essentially living on your knees, right? And you know you could do much better, huh? Now, I'm not telling you not to love your family or any of that, or I'm not here to preach separation, but some of us find ourselves in situations where certain family members are holding us back, okay? And this is typical in narcissistic families. If you find yourself in a situation, chances are your ego has given you all of the reasons why you shouldn't leave family behind. Your ego has given you all of the reasons why someone is going to suffer if you leave family behind. Someone is going to miss you if you leave family behind. You are going to miss them if you leave family behind. How are you going to survive on your own if you leave family behind? It goes on and on and on. Okay, your ego is going to give you all of the excuses why you should not make the move that you should be making. Okay, you know deep down you should be making a particular move. All right, but your ego is going to constantly give you an excuse why you shouldn't do it. Okay, let's take a job for instance. Some of us are stuck in jobs that we have become so robotic to it. We're not really present. We just going and coming like robots. And we're doing this mostly not out of a necessity, out of the fact that we've been doing it for a long period of time. Okay. Now, you know, this job that you have is holding you back. You know that. And you've thought about leaving. You've considered leaving. You've talked to someone about it and all of that. But yet you can't gather enough strength to say, okay, that's it. I'm out of here. Okay. Because your ego is comfortable with where you are. Your ego is comfortable with the way things are. And so your ego is constantly telling you, no, how are you going to survive if you let go of this job? No, you're going to have to start all over again if you let go of this job. No, you're not going to get the same pay if you let go of this job. The benefits are not going to be the same. You're not going to like the new company. You're not going to like doing what it is that you're setting out to do. Your ego is giving you all of these excuses out of fear, okay? And because of that, you find yourself listening to your ego and being stuck in that position, all right? And 1 year passed, you say, okay, I'm going to do it next year. The next year passed, you say, okay, one more year. Then next year, and next thing you know, you sucked in. Now you know this particular job is draining you. This particular job is draining your soul, is draining the life out of you, okay? You going because you feel like you need to be there, okay? The job is not satisfying you. Yes, you're getting paid, but the money you're getting is not equal to the amount of time or the amount of work that you do while you're there. Some of us don't even get time to spend with our families. Okay, that's how bad it is, because we're caught up in the toxic job. We're caught up in the job that's draining us. Okay, and some of us, we can't even stand our co-workers. We work with people that don't like us and we don't like them. Okay, how is it that we decide to go out and spend the majority of our lives, okay, because you're spending 8 hours out of your day, sometimes more, okay? How do we spend so much time around people that we don't like, around people that don't like us? How are we spending so much time in an environment that's toxic to us? Okay? In an environment or in a corporation that's oppressive to us. Okay? How are we doing that? All right? But yet, your ego is always there to push that fear. Your ego is always there to discourage you from making the transition that you need to make. All right? A lot of us are stuck in dead-end jobs. Let's face it, okay? Many of us are stuck in toxic relationships, all right? Same way, all right? Maybe you feel like you can never meet another person, okay? Maybe this person takes care of you. You depend on them for your finances. They pay the bills, maybe whatever it is, okay? Some of us are scared to be alone. A lot of us are stuck in toxic relationships that's not serving us, relationships that's feels like it's more stressful to be in it than anything. Okay, your partner's probably cheating on you. Is either that, or they're abusing you, or they're abusing some form of substance, or they're doing all types of crummy stuff to you behind your back. Okay, but yet we decide to stay with this person knowing they're hurting us. We decide to stay with this person knowing our heart is not in it. We decide to stay with this person knowing they don't really want us. We decide to stay with this person because we're afraid of being alone, because we're afraid we may not never find somebody else. And this relationship is draining. This relationship is stressing you out constantly. There's always some form of domestic. There's always some arguments going on. There's always toxic stuff happening within your home. But yet, you can't find enough energy to say, okay, that's it. I'm going to walk out of this relationship. Okay, that's it. I'm going to move on. I'm going to stay single. Okay, that's it. I'm going to invest that time into myself and work on myself. Okay, we are not able to do that. And this could be a lot of things, all right? Some of us are stuck with a very toxic friend circle that don't empower us, that don't tell us good things that we should be hearing, but it's always ready to invite us here to the bar, invite us there, to go smoke a joint here, to go have a drink there, to go chase women here, to go follow men there, to go here or there, waste all this time, all these resources, all this energy that we could have been putting in ourselves, okay? I said this before. If your circle does not empower you, if your circle does not push you to become a better version of yourself, you are in the wrong circle. If your friend circle does not push you to better yourself, if your friend circle does not push you to become a better person, if your friend circle are not talking about self-improvement and moving forward in life, and growing in life, if your friend circle is always dragging you to the bar, dragging you to the club, dragging you here to go have drinks, to go eat this food, to go smoke some joints, to go do things that are not going to benefit you, and in some of the cases, to go do things that they know you had no business doing, to go do things that they know are not good for you. Okay, if your friend circle is dragging you this way, then you need to either be alone or find a new friend circle. Okay, I'm not here to preach about loneliness or anything. All right, if you find yourself on an awakening journey, chances are you're going to be alone anyway. The point of the matter is, a lot of us are stuck in situations that are holding us back. A lot of us are stuck in situations that are not allowing us to move forward the way we should, that are not allowing us to take the leap, to take the jump, to become the best version of ourselves, to go to the next level. Okay, we have planned things, we have thought about things, we have analyzed things, we have sat down, we have written it down, all of that good stuff. But yet, when it comes to the taking action part, we fall short. Okay, and as I said, most of it is due to the ego pushing the fear agenda, because the ego is comfortable with the way things are, and the change that you are looking to make terrifies the ego. Okay, and so some of it comes from our ego, but also some of it is ourselves, because whatever it is, we are giving it power over us. Okay, if it's a friendship, we are giving it power over us. If it's a relationship, same way. Family, same way. Jobs, same way. Whatever the situation may be, we are giving that particular thing power over us. Okay? We are essentially giving our power away and allowing whatever that situation is, whether friends, family, lover, job, whatever it may be, we are allowing that to control us. We are allowing that to have power over us. Okay? And so, what can we do to move forward from this? What can we do to move forward from this? You know your situation a lot better than me. Okay? I know my situation, and I'm making the moves that I feel I should be making to propel me to the next level. You know your situation better than me. Okay, so whatever it is that you feel tied to, okay, you are afraid to leave your friends, you think you're going to be lonely, you think you can never make friends like that again, or you've been friends with them since day one, you've been friends with them since childhood, all of that. Relationships, you've been together for 8 years, 5 years, 3 years, job, same, everything is the same. Family, oh, we grew up together, I grew up with them, we have blood family, blah, blah, blah. All of this, guys, is coming out of your ego. Your ego trying to give you all the excuses and all the reasons why you shouldn't do what it is that you set out to do. Okay. But as I said, no matter what it is, you are giving it power over you. And here's the thing, whatever it may be, whatever the situation may be, is tethering you to a lower timeline. You know, if you let go of this, if you let go of whatever this is, whether it's a job or a friendship or lover or whatever this may be, you know, if you let go, you could become a better person. You know, if you let go, you can move forward in life. You know, if you let go, it will propel you to the next level. But for one reason or another, you're stuck because why? You're loyal, right? Loyalty. Oh, we family. Oh, this is my job. This is my crew. Oh, this and that, right? It's tethering you to a lower timeline. You know what your potential is. And whatever this situation may be is holding you back. All right. Just like the bird analogy that I used in the beginning, you are that bird. You're trying to fly, but you have weights tied to your wings. You have weights tied to your body. Okay. You have dead weight around you. Okay. You will not be able to fly. You will not be able to soar high while you have dead weight attached to you, while you have dead weight around you. Okay. You take 2 steps forward and they pull you right back. That's the thing with these types of situations. Every time you try to step out of it, they're going to find a reason to pull you back in. Okay? Because you're breaking the toxic cycle. Because you're breaking the cycle. So whatever it is, guys, narrow in on it, identify what it is for you, narrow in on it, guys, and begin taking steps to release that out of your life, because chances are, whatever it is, it has ran its course in your life, okay? Whatever it is, it's not a match for the next version of you, okay? Whatever it is, your time with that is done, okay? And as I always say, if it's meant to be, it will always be. So don't worry about leaving family behind or leaving friends behind, because if they're meant to be a part of your journey, you're going to reunite with them at a later date, okay? Whatever it is for you, identify it and zero in on it, guys, okay? Because you are a lot more powerful than whatever it is. And that thing is having power over you, is having control over you, because you're giving your power to it. Okay, you are empowering it rather than empowering yourself. So whatever the situation may be for you, zero in on it, and begin taking steps to free yourself. Begin taking steps to release yourself before it becomes painful. Because one thing I've learned is that when the universe keep giving you opportunities, when the universe keep giving you signs, when the universe keep giving you synchronicities to make a move, and you keep waiting and waiting and waiting, eventually it's gonna turn it into a Kensho moment, and you're gonna experience some pain. Okay, so as I said, guys, the idea here is to identify and release whatever it is that's tethering you to a lower timeline. Some of us have very high potential. Some of us are ready for our next timeline, for our highest timeline. Okay, but because of one thing or another, we are still stuck on the lower timeline. Okay, and we keep doing the same things over and over and over and over. We are like stuck in some kind of toxic cycle, running around in circles, when all we have to do is one small change, one small tweak, and we'll be propelled to the next level. We'll be propelled to the highest timeline. We'll be propelled to the next timeline. But we are afraid to make that move. We are finding all the excuses why we shouldn't make that move. Okay, so as I said, identify what's tethering you to a lower timeline, and begin taking steps to release it, because it's only then that you'll be able to move forward. It's only then that you'll be able to make the jump. It's only then that you'll be able to move to your next timeline. All right, these things cannot come with you. Okay, a lot of things you're gonna have to leave it behind. They cannot come with you. Okay, as I said, their purpose in your life has been served. Okay, their time in your life has been served. Their purpose in your life has been served. It's time to identify them and release them, so you can move on, so you could jump. Okay, so I hope I made it clear enough. Take a moment to share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section. And if you're new here and you found value in this, then by all means stick around. There should be another video or playlist popping up somewhere here. Stick around and get more information on the awakening journey. Get more information on narcissism. Other than that, I'll leave this here. Until next time, guys, peace, love, and more life.